Welcome back to another video, guys, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips for when you're fishing. So let's get it. Alright, tip number 1. Learn how to use your equipment before you go out and actually fish. For instance, if you're using your spinning reel and it's facing up towards the sky, you need to stop. You need to put it down. You need to go watch a video on how to use it, or you just need to use it right. It's not that hard. Just use it how it's designed to be. Like, there's no way nobody has taught you not how to use that, if that makes any sense. That made no sense, actually. There's no way nobody has not taught you how to use a spinning reel. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to show you what that actually would look like for you to be using it wrong. And I really don't want to do that because I'm a seasoned fisherman. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Alright guys, here's your example of somebody using their spinning reel wrong. See, this reel should not be facing up, it should be facing down. And it's actually designed to be that way because if you didn't know, the little loops are on the same side as this. But if they're like this and you get a bite, it's gonna pull, well, it's actually meant to bend down like that. And essentially what this is doing is like bending it backwards, essentially. So it increase the likeliness of it snapping. So you telling somebody to fix the way they're fishing will actually save them money in the long run. So yeah, if you see anybody doing this, stop them immediately and tell them they should be fishing like this. That's the end of this one, and we'll be on to the next tip. Alright, tip number 2 out of 5 is make sure you have a confidence lure. Now, it's not a mandatory tip, but I recommend it because, well, it's confident. If you're not catching anything on something you are throwing, you throw on your confidence lure and bada bang, bada boom. Fish in your hands and you're happy. So my confidence lure is a bass jig. Now, I wouldn't say, it kind of takes more skill to use. That's why some people don't really get into jig fishing, or it takes more effort to use other than a stick bait where you're letting it sit on the bottom and you bob it up and down. But yeah, so alright, so some examples of a confidence lure for some people. Not everybody, this might not apply to you. So no introduction needed. This is, of course, the topwater frog. It's actually really it's mini, smaller than my nose, and now it's giant. But yep. So people might use this as a confidence lure because, well, 1, if you get a bite on a frog, adrenaline rush just gets you happy. Alright, 2, I have a deep diving crankbait. Now, I don't really use this bait as much because areas I fish are very, vegetational. Should I say non-vegan? They're very grassy. So this really wouldn't work. This is more of a rocky, woody bait. So yeah, that's all you need. And then this deep diving jerk bait, which I actually got out of a saltwater redfish kit when I went to Florida one year. And, well, fishing on the beach sucks. There's sand in everything, sand on your reel, just gets straight up destroyed. It's disgusting. Clothes get destroyed. It's all salty. It's not a good experience, at least on my end. I was surf fishing off the beach. Now I bet you fishing on a boat, 100 times better. But if you know me, I'm a bank fisherman, so well, if you guys want to see me try to catch an absolute giant bass on this saltwater lure, blow up the comments down below so I know to use this. I'll probably have to take the circle hooks out and put some treble hooks on there for a better hookup ratio. But yeah, so that's tip number 2 out of 5, and we're gonna get on to the next one. Tip number 3 out of 5 is learn how to tie a fishing knot. If you're tying 80 granny knots on your hook or your bait, it's bound to fly off and you're gonna be mad. And it's just easier to go and watch a YouTube video on how to tie a fishing knot. It's not that hard. Well, it is hard when you have a cast. You gotta make it work somehow. So, after this clip, I'm gonna show you how to tie my go-to fishing knot, and it's super easy. So it is called the Palomar knot. I recommend it so much. So easy to tie. It's minimal effort, and tie it on the water. And it will save you money, fish, and attitude. Because, or your sanity, whatever you want to say. So, I'll show y'all how to do that really quickly here. May not be the best representation on how to tie a Palomar knot, but that's okay. Who cares? I'm not here to make money off my videos. I'm here to have fun. But I'm gonna show y'all how I tie a Palomar knot. Alright, so first you're gonna pick out your lure. And right now I'm using the Crappie Magnet fishing kit. So what we're gonna do, move that out of the way. So we're gonna take this little tiny jig head and I'm gonna tie it on to my ultralight setup, and trust me, this stuff smashes the dinks and the hogs. And honestly, anything that could fit this in his mouth will fit it in its mouth. So what you gotta do first, put that aside. And I think we're gonna go with the pink with chartreuse for the trailer. Or is that red? That's red. Here's pink with chartreuse. Pink with chartreuse. And set that aside. Close this up, and we're gonna take this, set that aside. Alright. So you take, for a second, my line's frayed. Alright, so you take, probably should have wiped my desk off before I started this video. So you're gonna take your line, alright, and take your jig head. Oh, you're dropping stuff. Take the jig head, and you're gonna thread your line through the eye one time, and then you're gonna loop it around again. It's hard to do with little tiny little eyelets. Oh, a few we got it through. And alright, so you have a loop, and then you have 2 tag ends. You're gonna cross it over, just like so. Then you're gonna take your little loop right here, what my thumb is. You're gonna put that through that hole. It's the difficult part for me because I'm disabled. Sorry, guys. Whoop-de freaking do. Take two. Alright, I got it. You're gonna take it here. You're gonna put it over the hook, and then you're just gonna pull down. And one tip to get it to go in smoothly is you're gonna wanna put some saliva on it. And you just pull, and bada bing, bada boom. And now it's on there. And trust me, I'm way better at tying this knot without this stupid cast. But hey, look what matches. The pink and my cast. So, take this. Gonna put it up the hook. And see it's split. You're gonna want the hook to come out right about here. Nope. And if you haven't already, go check out my ultralight fishing video where we actually use that crappie magnet. Use these at Josh's pond, and we catch like 15 fish. And boom, that's how you perfectly rig a Lee lens crappie magnet. Alright, we'll catch y'all on the next tip. Tip number 4 out of 5 is find a fishing buddy that is like the genie. You know why? Because you ain't never had a friend like me. Find a friend that will fish with you when you're getting skunked, when it's July and it's 100 degrees outside, middle of the day, catching nothing. You're just there to chat and have fun. Because if you're there with a person who semi likes fishing, but if you don't catch anything in the first 10 casts, he's like, can we pack up? Can we go home? Wait, no. That's not how that works. Yeah, so find that fishing buddy that's like the genie. Only thing is he can't grant you 3 wishes. That would be sweet though. You can find a fishing buddy that can grant you 3 wishes. So we're gonna get on to tip number 5. So let's go there. Tip number 5. So fishing has a lot of new things, and I don't even know everything about fishing, but that's why you should not be afraid to try. So when I didn't even start out with a spinning reel. I started out with that Zebco push button, that Zebco 36, slinging that out there. Thinking of Pops for buying me that, or else I'd never be the fisherman I am today. And then I got my first baitcaster, and I was like, what the heck's a baitcaster? How do I cast this thing? I keep getting bird's nests. But, look at me now. I'm a YouTube fisherman. So, yeah, don't be afraid to try new things. Like, I know some people are afraid to, like, go out and fish with a swim bait. Because 50-50, maybe even 70-40. My math sucks. No, 60-40, my bad. Yeah, so don't be afraid to try new things, whether it's going from a push button to a bait caster, push button to spinning reel, worm fishing to artificial, like live worm fishing to artificial bait, because trust me, artificial lures catch more fish. I do not care. and it's funner too. Well, no, is funner even a word? It's funnest to use a bait instead of watching a bobber sit and getting your worm took in by 30,000 bluegill that are like piranhas. So, yeah. Tip number 5. Don't be afraid to try new things when it comes to fishing. And that is the end of the tips. So, I'll see you in the next one. Wait. Before we leave, I got one more thing. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and that you also go follow my Fish Brain. It's the same handle as my YouTube channel. And then go follow my Twitch, because I do streams on there every time I can. It's Frogs, Logs, Smacking Hogs, because they got a stupid name limiter. But yeah, make sure you drop a like and a sub. And tight lines, keep casting.